Welcome back, folks, for our second period of action here at Neumann. A very, very eventful first period. Maybe it'll be hard to top here as the Marauders take a 2-1 lead, but a major penalty committed by John Waters near the end on Nick Fonseca will have the Marauders down a man for the first 2 minutes and 7 seconds here. But the PK has been stout so far, other than Petticone going down earlier and them giving up the goal on that. It's been very, very good. So, as Carey awaits a center ice draw, they'll look to kill the last 2 minutes of that John Waters major penalty. Another weird thing, the Marauders have been doubled up, as you can see, finally in the shot total. Really not used to seeing this, but they've made good on it, still up one. Carey wins the center ice draw, but Neumann takes it away quickly. Newman's still on the man advantage for now a normal power play length as Martin controls it back there. Has Dunnigan, but whiffs on the pass. Picked up by Neumann. Neumann has Couture on the far side. Martin closed the passing lane down, though. Couture still awaiting another point. Neumann will pass around, content. They don't need to rush right now. They still have a minute and a half. Works to Couture. Back to Patel. Patel to the middle. Turned away, picked up by Couture again. Ryder closing in, picked up by Patel in the middle. Patel, cross-ice feed to his man, bouncing puck, glove by Bell. The 19th shot he's faced today, and he's only allowed a one. Good stuff out of Jackson Bell so far. 19-16 left in our middle frame, and a 1:23 left on the John Waters major penalty. Wilkinson wins the draw quickly. Millersville looking to clear. It's Petticone. Again, glad he's feeling okay. Wilkinson sticking with it. Wilkinson in a bit of a pile-up, but it does the job well as Bieber will have to chase it down. He does. Bieber opportunity. Goes far forward. Stream. Bieber gets the Marauders their third goal of the evening. Man, they'll be great. They'll be very happy to watch that one in tape. What a shot at a West Bieber. Walter O'Connell nearly had the shorthanded opportunity. Bieber comes back. He makes good on it. Jackson Bell hyping his man up. Thanks, bro. Gets a little weight off my back. And the Marauders take a 2-goal lead. Still, though, a minute left on the penalty kill. But they've allowed as many goals they've given up on the man disadvantage so far. So I say it's been a pretty decent night so far for the Millersville man down. Bieber falls trying to chase his man. Neumann trying to break in and take a bite out of the Millersville lead. They have 48 seconds left. Up a man. What's the shot? Bell gets to it quickly, but not quick enough. Neumann answers quickly as Preston Gosshorn takes advantage of a slip out of Jackson Bell. But, there's a silver lining in everything. The Marauders still have that 1-goal lead, and we're back to even. Actually, no, it's a major penalty, so there'll still be down a man for 43, but we'll be back to even soon. We're in for a good one tonight, folks, and hopefully Millersville will come out on the good end of it. Johnny Morgan takes the center ice draw, pokes it out, but it's picked up by the goal scorer, Gosshorn. Gosshorn works it back to his friend in white. It's Couture. Couture jumps it around. Rysak looking to intercept. He does not, but he picks it up again. Again comes off Rysak. Gosshorn again, a dangerous in front of Bell. Broken up in the middle. 20 seconds left on the Waters penalty. Behind the back pass, intercepted by Aiden Stromberg. Takes a second, and it's picked out of the air by Gosshorn. Excuse me, that is Couture. Couture works through. 8 seconds left on the penalty on number 8. Rysak, another good block, looking for a clearance. He'll get it off, and that'll kill it. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Marauders lead 3-2 while being outshoved. Couture is an open door again. Oh, man. The same play. Neumann runs it again. Couture is wide open. Gosshorn is wide open again, and he makes good on it for the second time. Oof. Now we want to see it in Millersville. They just showed you that play works, and they worked it to perfection again. 3-3. Well, whole new ball game here as Corelli wins the center ice draw. 11:43 left in our center frame. Millersville trying to regain the lead. Centering pass broken up. It was meant for Bird, but a white jersey will take it. Millersville dumps it around, picked up by Neumann again. Neumann will try to bust it out of their defensive zone. Kept in by Bird. Gets past the outstretched stick of Thor Martin as Neumann will chase it down. That's number 40, Blake Komarowski. Komarowski blows the skate trying to get to it, and Millersville collects. With a carry in center ice, trying to find Corelli, but it's broken up by Aiden Grabowski, the captain, in center ice. Millersville staying with it. It's Justin Corelli working it down. Corelli turned away by Toy, and Toy will glove it. 16:58 left in our center frame. Shot scan 22-11 and 3-3 on the big board. It'll be a glove side draw of Toy coming up here. It'll be Zachary Slaybaugh on the draw for Millersville. Neumann not quite ready yet. Now they are. Slaybaugh wins it, but it's quickly taken away by Neumann as they'll work on that at Toy. They check it out to Fonseca, who's looking okay. I'm glad Fonseca's back on the ice as well after taking a nasty hit by John Waters late in last period. Neumann staying with it in their deep in their O zone. Has Couture at the point. But Mills will break it out. It's Jake Petticone. Petticone will dump it off the end board. Slaybaugh to chase it down. Petticone back to the middle. He has Wilkinson. Wilkinson has it in front. Couldn't get his stick down in time. However, as Neumann will take over in possession. Neumann working through after a flurry of poke checks and Zachary Slaybaugh. They'll have it. It's Hunter Herrera in his own zone. Big hit in center ice by Wes Bieber. Refs will let it go. And Millersville takes possession. It's Jake Petticone gaining the red off the blue. Defers to Wilkinson. Wilkinson back to Petticone. Picked up by Neumann. They look for a quick clearance. They nearly had a golden opportunity if Paul Caballero could have got his stick down, but it'll be icing on the Knights. Oh, what? Look like there may be a penalty assessed to Millersville again. It's saying it on the board, but not showing anything. And we're even. So, I don't know. Not sure what happened in the last play, but we're still even. It'll be Andrew Zerko on the draw for Millersville. Zerko wins it quickly, but it's taken away by Neumann. Neumann works to Couture on the far side. Couture dumps it out, nearly hops over the glass, but it's kept in. Patel will work it down. Millersville, Schindler will take it. Schindler works to Waters through the middle. Waters looking to make up for his past mistakes in this game, looking to stamp his name on the game. He'll take it. Rister turned away by Toy, and Neumann collects. Neumann will send it down. Millersville takes it in center ice, and Neumann takes it right back. Neumann working through a flurry of poke checks by Millersville. Has an open shot just wide of Bell. Neumann controls. Picked up in the middle by Alan Ryder. Ryder, nobody home, splits the difference and comes to the stick of Toy. He leaves it for his man. Zerko will stay with him. Sorry about that. For Martin takes a hit and gets a whistle. Yeah. 15:05 left in our middle frame. Neumann leads in the shot total 23-11, but we're even 3-3 on the big board. A neutral zone draw coming up here for Millersville right in front of the camera. Looks like a Walter O'Connell draw. Won by Neumann, picked up by Dunnigan. Dunnigan works in off the skate of O'Connell and collected by Neumann. Battle right in front of it. Stromberg and Martin. Stromberg and Martin still stuck with it. Right back to each other. Goes center ice to Kopshow. Kopshow to the middle to Wilkinson. Back to Kopshow. But a lot of white jerseys in front. Stop. Millersville offensive possession. Bieber couldn't get a clean stick on it. Skate center defers to Dunnigan. Dunnigan back to Bieber off the wall and picked up by Grabowski. 14.5 minutes left in our middle frame as Walter O'Connell has it, chips in. Lost in the scrum, picked up by Stromberg, I believe. Stromberg turned away by Toy as he hits the deck, and Neumann will try to break it out quickly. They don't, and Martin will chase it down. Picked up by Thor Martin. Martin works out, trying to find Kopshow. A little too much on it for Top Show, as a great body block in the middle by a Walter O'Connell will keep it in Millersville possession. O'Connell behind himself, leaves it for Stromberg. Stromberg nearly had the shot off. Open door for O'Connell. Couldn't convert, but he stays with possession. O'Connell whips it back in, turned away by Toy, picked up by Petticone, and his shot goes high of Toy. Taking a look at our conference standings, so far Westchester remains perfect on the season with 20 points. Scranton has 12. Newman and Stockton both have 10 points. We have 9. Drexel has 8. UPenn with 5. Seton Hall with 4. And TCNJ sitting at a dismal 13-0, still looking for that first point of the season. Jonah Bird nearly gets the shot off, but not enough room to work for as Toy closed it off. Take a look at why they have that mascot. And Neumann has really thrown a monkey wrench in my segments today. I can't for the life of me find what they're called the Knights, other than it sounds good with Neumann. But they weren't always called Neumann. Up until 1980, they were an all-girls school called Our Lady of Angels College. As Our Lady of Angels have an opportunity, a penalty shot on Jackson Bell. Bell puts his body on the line, knocks the net off its moorings, but crucially will keep it out. Looks like Bell took a big hit on the play, a little slow to get up, but he looks all right. He's a big fella. He'll be okay. Looks like his stick might not be okay, though. Refs will look to try to get the net back in its proper positioning, as we'll take a quick break here. It looks like Bell's ready to go, and so are we. Draw one by Millersville. Carey pushes his man off of it. And picked up by Millersville again, working it out. Trying to get that lead back. It's Schindler, the first goal scorer, trying to be the newest goal scorer. Schindler from the faceoff circle tries to go short side. It looks like the net popped off. No. It's gloved by Toy. And it looks like the net did pop off just a little bit. Both nets having trouble staying in the ice. Neumann leads in the shots. 24-15 with 13-16 left to go. In the second period, still 3-2-3. Justin Corelli coming up with a draw for Millersville. One by Corelli, trying to defer quickly to Carey. Taken out wrister from Schindler, turned away by Toy. Jonah Bird behind the back pass to Corelli, picked off by Whiters, but taken by Corelli again. Has Schindler in the middle. No, Schindler will have to backtrack. Neumann working it out. Poke check at a Rysack. Gets the puck back in Millersville possession. As they'll work it out. Bird couldn't find the puck first, but Millersville takes it. Marauders working it out. Carey all alone in the defense. Has Corelli in the middle. Couldn't find him, however. Neumann regains possession. Poke check attempt by Bird. Fruitless, rather. As Neumann will get a wrister off on Bell. A little high for him. Neumann stays with it. Deflection in front of Bell. Turned away. 12.5 minutes left in our middle frame. Still 3-3. Both squads are going to have a much-needed line change, getting those fresh legs on the ice. Looks like it'll be the A squad back from Millersville. It's like it'll be Slaybaugh on the glove side draw of his man Bell. One quickly by Slaybaugh. Hit out for Martin. Martin by himself. Past the blue line, dumps in, looking for Wilkinson. Wilkinson, an opportunity if he can catch up to it. He can't. But he gets to it, has Slaybaugh in the middle. Couldn't find him. Slaybaugh and Wilkinson in the back ice. But taken away by Neumann. They'll have to backtrack. Taken by Wilkinson in the middle. Off to stick up Slaybaugh. Going to want that one back. Dunnigan will have to backtrack with Martin. Ty Dunnigan. Good stick check. Takes it away. Wilkinson, spinorama. Can't get it. And it goes past Bell again. This puck is flying up and down the ice at light speed so far. West Bieber fans the clearance attempt. Taken away by Neumann. They'll have a shot opportunity on Bell as he closes the lane off. But Neumann still has possession with, as we near the halfway point of the period, another shot on the close side of Bell. Tries to go far side on him. A little bit of a wraparound turned away by Bell's blocker. Couture from the point. Wide. Back to Neumann. They'll work it in. For Martin, trying to clear it out. Neumann man loses the stick. The Marauders take advantage of it quickly as Bieber works cross ice to Wilkinson. Again, nearly opportunity for Wilkinson. So stop right in front of the goalie. They're not going to appreciate that. They really hate when you snow their goaltender, and that's exactly what Wilkinson did.
Hi, Val.
That's going to get a reaction out of the Neumann Knights. You don't snow the tender.
Jake.
11:20 left in our first frame. Excuse me, our second frame. Shot still read 25-17 and 3-3 on the board. Fans next to me saying what I can on the air. Bit of a soft call, but it'll be Wilkinson heading to the box, and Millersville will be a man down for the next 2 minutes. Yeah, ref's explaining it to Coach Schroeder. It seems like a little confused. Like, yeah, Wilkinson did lay a bit of a hit on the tender, but he got hounded right afterwards. Maybe hoping for deferring penalties, but they're not going to get it, it looks like. Seems like Coach Schroeder's got all the time he's going to get to talk to the refs, and it'll be Owen Wilkinson heading to timeout. Neumann will have the man advantage for the next 2 minutes as they look to take their first lead of the evening. Looks like Schroeder's getting a little more talking in with the refs. Clearly not a big fan of that call. Millersville still tied up with their coach here. Wilkinson even getting a little bit of talking in with the official. But they seem pretty set in their ways that this is the call they're going to go with. Being a Yankees fan myself, every time I see a conversation with any official, I think that manager's going to get thrown out because I've watched a lot of Aaron Boone arguments, but thankfully Coach Schroeder has a bit of a more lid on it than Aaron Boone. As he's getting his minutes with the officials, but they're going to call it there as we'll get play back underway with Wilkinson in the sin bin for 2 minutes. As play finally resumes, it'll be a glove side draw of Bell. One quickly by Neumann and look for a clearance there. At least Slayball dumping it out quick. Slayball's chasing him down. He's got speed. Slayball. Rogers had a shorthand earlier. Excuse me, that's Ryder. Saw the 2, didn't see the 5. Ryder. Content to kill time. Ryder doing a great job of killing some great time off the Wilkinson penalty. He killed nearly 20 seconds holding up at the board there, but that's Gossor looking for his hat trick. Gossor left alone. Couldn't get the hattie, thankfully. Minute and a half left on the Wilkinson penalty. It's Neumann still with it. Neumann back to Couture. Couture defers to Patel. Patel back to the middle trying to find Gossor. Turned away by Millersville. Clearance attempt by Zerko. Fruitful as the Marauders will send it all the way down the ice as they have about a minute more to kill on the Wilkinson penalties. It falls to the hot stick of Gossor. Gossor cross-ice feed to his man, turned away by Bell. Another minute on the Wilkinson penalty. A Neumann man left alone. That was Fonseca. It looks like they had a pass run off, but his teammates weren't on the same page. They stay with it, however. Looking for that centering ice pass. They're not going to get it. Defers to the blue line. Back to Couture. Couture from the point. Out to his man in white. He wants the puck back, and he'll get it back. Another 30 seconds left on the man advantage. As Gossor in that dangerous spot, they got to stop him. They know they have eyes on him now. He's not going to get that open shot again. With 20 seconds left on the Wilkinson penalty, Marauders trapping it there. Another clearance will do it. If they can get it, they clear it about half ice. Kopcho stays with his man. Picked up by Neumann and dumped in. 10 seconds left. Maybe one more shot if they can be quick. Picked up by Schindelman. Schindelman back to his captain, Grabowski. Grabowski will dump it in. And that'll do it for the Owen Wilkinson penalty. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. As it's turned away by Bell. Quick, Bell after glove, they're poking it in, and Bell taking a barrage of sticks from Neumann right there, but it appears to have stayed out. 28 shots for Neumann, 17 for Millersville. Both have put 3 in the back of the net. 9:13 left in our second frame. So it looks like it'll be it'll be Neumann now heading to the sin bin. As it'll be, can't quite see the number, but it was something in front of Bell there. The refs did not appreciate out of Neumann. Big opportunity coming up here for Millersville. Can they take the lead right back? Draw one there by Neumann. Looking for a quick clearance. They won't get it. Martin keeps it in. Thor Martin by himself as the Marauder hits the deck. Another big hit laid on Millersville here, and fans want a whistle. The refs give him it, but will we have another penalty assessed to Neumann? It was Walter O'Connell taking a big hit in play there. A little shaken up, but he got up quickly as he's heading to the bench. A lot of big hits being laid here tonight, and we still have a whole period left to go. Looks like it'll be no more penalties assessed to Neumann there. Fans not a big fan of it. Quick clearance by Toy. Morgan's going to chase it down. Morgan and Martin in the back ice. Morgan's shot picked off, but Martin's there to pick it up. Thor Martin has Ryder in the middle. Ryder and Corelli in the middle, though. Dumps it down. Corelli has to chase it down. Minute 30 left on the power play for Millersville. Thor Martin in on it. Corelli dumps it out. Picked up by Neumann. Tries to clear. Morgan says no, but Neumann will break it out anyway. It'll be Aiden Stromberg stuck with his man. The Marauders stuck in their D zone. This is not where they want to be. Up a man. Chasing that lead. Thor Martin gains the blue, gains the red. Back to the other blue. Takes it himself. Stick dangle by Thor Martin. Has it. Tries to jump it in, but his shooting lane was closed off by Kevin Toy. Another minute on the power play for Millersville. As Stromberg works to Corelli. Corelli's shot turned away by Toy. Bounced off the ceiling. Kept in play. It's Martin. Excuse me, it's Ryder. Loses the puck. And Neumann will clear. Another 40 seconds, though. Millersville still has a good bit of time, but Neumann got some fresh legs on the ice as Johnny Morgan will survey the surroundings. Decides to go to Stromberg in the middle. Stromberg shot intercepted, but finds Corelli anyway. Maybe in a little bit longer time than he would have liked. Aiden Carey chases down Carey. Takes a big hit, but he stays with it. That's a big fella there. Carey has Dunnigan behind him. Works out to Rysack. Rysack shot turned away by Toy. Another 20 seconds left on the man advantage for Millersville. They'll have another couple shots. They can be quick and win the draw. Blocker side draw, one by Neumann, looking for a quick clearance, and that's exactly what they'll get. If the Marauders can be quick, they'll maybe have one more shot up a man. But again, not looking to do that, however. Content to just start play here. It'll be Ben Bell working out past the red line. Ben Bell has Jonah Bird in the middle. He takes himself. Neumann man lays out, and he'll close off Ben Bell's shooting lane. Carey staying with it. Carey looking for a block. Zerko fans in the clearance, but it's picked up by Bell again. Bell looking to work back in. As Neumann will take it. 6:57 left. In our middle frame, we're still knotted up at 3. Neumann, an opportunity here. Dunnigan's going to get back quick, and he does. And gloved by Jackson Bell. Nearly his 30th shot face tonight. He's let in 3, and 2 of them were on that wheel route play that worked for Neumann so well, leaving Gosshorn open. But other than that, Bell has been great. Shots are 29-9. Neumann, 3-3 on the big scoreboard. Neumann wins it, dumping around behind Bell. Bell's going to keep his head and his shoulders. Schindler breaks up, however. Works to Bieber. Bieber out to Schleybaugh. Schleybaugh goes over 2 men's heads and finds Wilkinson. Wilkinson back out to Bieber. Bieber tries to find Wilkinson in the middle. Too much on the pass, though. 6.5 minutes left in the second period. As Neumann has it, that's number 71, Tommy Angelone. Angelone centering pass, fruitless. Picked up by Wilkinson. Wilkinson tries to find Bieber, puts it a little behind him, though. As Connor Rysack will pick up the loose change. Rysack works at far ice, but it's picked up by Neumann again. Neumann alone. Bell way out of his crease, makes the stop. And Bieber will have it himself. Bieber chips it out. Bit of pleasantries exchanged with his man as Slaybaugh and Schindler, Slaybaugh and Wilkinson will chase it down. Aiden Stromberg takes the pass right in front of us here, works to Jake Petticone. Petticone cross-ice feed to Schindler. Works back to Wilkinson. Wilkinson plays it off the boards to no one. Pair of marauders there, Slaybaugh and Wilkinson. No one can get to it, though, and Neumann picks up possession in their ozone. 5.5 minutes left as Schindler works it out. Nobody home, though. Neumann takes it. O'Connell lays a massive hit on his man in the corner boards, but Neumann will take it. Corelli's going to backtrack. He does, lays in the ice, drops out. Bell's going to get back in his crease quick. Thankfully, the puck was nowhere near him. Millersville has it behind Bell. Petticone finds Bell in the middle. Bell works to Morgan and O'Connell. Neither, however, could pick up the puck. Bell, poke check, falls to Neumann again, however, as it goes to Bell again. It's like a boomerang there, always coming back to Ben Bell. Less than 5 minutes left here, as both teams still look to take that momentum shifting goal here to go up 4-3. Neumann tries it there, turned away. It's Couture's shot off the pad of Bell. Ryder lays a big hit on his man in the corner boards, but picks it up. Stromberg lays a big hit by the Neumann bench fans. Are a big fan of that one. Couture by himself dangles between a couple of marauders. Wilkinson collides with Couture. Both men are down as Morgan lays a bit of a late hit on Couture. He seems a little more shaken up than O'Connell.
Good shit, game out.
Johnny Morgan has been thrown out of a couple games this season, not looking to get ejected this early, but he's definitely going to get his money's worth.
Yeah, 1-9.
Fans love it. Refs don't. Johnny Morgan's heading to the penalty box. There'll be 4:23 left in our center frame as Neumann shots land over 30, but we're still level at 3.
Yeah.
Correction, fans seem split on the call.
You're not the last. I'm just trying to.
4.5 minutes left in our center frame. Mills are looking to regroup as the penalty kill unit will get tested again. They've been strong tonight, but there's only so much they can be tested. A lot of confusion on the benches here. Refs looking to assess everything that went on there. A lot of conversation going on with the officials as they go to the scores table, making sure they got all their T's crossed and their lowercase j's dotted. Lengthy stoppage here, making sure everything's perfect on the scores board. Penalty will be assessed to Morgan there. Maybe something on Neumann. Coach Schroeder's still having a long chat with the officials again. They got to be sick of hearing from him so far, but he's had a lot to say because a lot has gone on so far in this game that the officials needed to be involved in. Carey and Stromberg listening in the conversation. Seems like it'll just be Morgan in the box. At least that's what the scoreboard says in front of us here. Well, anyways, the draw will be coming to the blocker side of Jacksonville when they're ready to continue. It's like Corelli is also hopping in the box with Morgan. Nothing up on the board yet. It just says one penalty to us. So 2 Marauders in the bend. but not exactly sure what's going on penalty-wise for Millersville. Well, no matter what, the penalties will be, the Marauders will be down a man. Corelli and Morgan in the box. It looked like another Knight was in the box as well, so probably just an offsetting penalty there, and the Marauders will be tagged for Morgan's. Neumann staying with it, looking to take the lead here. Stromberg closing on his two men, trying to make sure that does not happen. Stromberg, good poke check there. Freeze it. Neumann picks it up over Stromberg, killing precious seconds. Minute and a half left on the Morgan penalty. Or Corelli, whoever you want. Aiden Stromberg looks for the clearance, and he'll get it. Fans are unanimous in their approval of that, though. Aiden Carey looks to get it past his man as he shoves on the defense all by himself. Shot a little too much mustard on it for Brian Barnett, as there'll be icing on the Knights. Draw will be coming back towards Toy as we have about 3.5 minutes left in our centering frame. Still another minute to kill on the Morgan penalty. I was looking for a quick one. They've got a shorty tonight. They would be loving another. Neumann looking for a quick clearance. Marauder gets tripped up. Ref, they'll call that on. They're definitely earning their paycheck tonight. A lot needed to be decided by the officials. Looks like it'll be the captain, Grabowski, heading to the pen for the second time tonight. It'll be 4-on-4 for the next minute and 1 second. Walter O'Connell on the glove side draw of Toy. Ready here. Neumann wins it, looking for a quick clearance. They'll defer to his man behind Toy. He'll work it back. Neumann staying with it. Uncontested in center ice. A lot of open ice here with two men off. Neumann guys will trip up each other. Maybe we can call a tripping call on them tripping their own guy up, but not so lucky. Wes Kopshow staying with it. Kopshow keeping his man at arm's length. Kopshow, good poke check. Gets it through. Great poke check out of Wes Kopshow. He had the shorty early. He takes it himself off the shoulder of Toy. Nearly another shorthanded goal for this Marauders. Actually, not shorthanded, but nearly that fourth goal for Millersville. It'll be another 30 seconds of 4-on-4, and the Marauders will have a man advantage for another minute after that. Whole lot of litigation going on here for a game that started at 8:13. Second period will be ending near 10 p.m. It's going to be a late one tonight, folks. But thank you for staying with us so long. Ben Bell dumps it in. No problem for Toy, though, as Mose will pick it up. His mate, Petticone. Petticone tangled up with the Knight, as Neumann will win it. Neumann chips it across ice. Looking to get what they can before they go a man down. It's number 43, Hunter Herrera. Herrera works to Couture. Excuse me, that is McCartney. Herrera nor McCartney could catch up to that one, as the Marauders will have a man advantage for the next 58 seconds. Neumann will kill a little time here as they look for a clearance. They'll get it. It's picked up by Bell. Bell tries to dangle between his man. Angelone wreaking havoc in the Millersville back ice as he'll take a big hit for it. It's Ben Bell by himself. Bell from the faceoff circle. Looks like a centering ice pass to Carey is open, and he has Zerko and Dunnigan in the middle. He'll take a big hit from the ref. Ref says it's clean out. Shot behind Carey. Can't catch up to it. Dunnigan dumps it in. Wide of Toy. Picked up by Bird. Bird has Dunnigan in the middle again. Tries to find Zerko, but it's broken up in the middle. Zerko back to Martin Marks. Kevin Torrey puts the Marauders back on top. It's where Thor Martin is most dangerous. From those distance shots, you'll lose him back there, and he always finds top bin. Marauders back on top with a minute and a half left in our second period. That's really reminiscent of that goal we had at Seton Hall last week. They got to mark Thor Martin when he's deep like that.
Hey, dude.
As the Marauders record their 20th shot of the evening, they take a goal lead on Neumann, who's hit 31 on Jackson Bell. Andrew Circo trying to get the center ice draw for the Marauders. I'm lagging with the camera here. Sorry, I'm caught up in all the excitement of the game. Couture gets a quick clearance, and Rysak and Schindler will chase it down. Schindler gets to it first, though. That freshman is quick. Schindler gets bumped off it, though. Is picked up by his man. Neumann gets a quick shot and nearly the equalizer there as Rysak looks for a quick clearance. Well, stay with it. Neumann controls as we inch toward a minute left in our second period. Cross-ice feed finds Couture. Alex Couture works it out to the middle. What would have been an open goal if a Neumann man was there. Thankfully, one was not. John Waters picks it up. Waters has Ryder on the far side. Takes it himself, though. Maybe a big hit, or maybe deflected by Grabowski a bit. As we'll got another snowing of Alex Toy there. He's got a lot of ice in his face so far in this game. Marauders looking to hold on for another 51 seconds. Don't want to give that momentum right back to Neumann. Thankfully, no penalties will be assessed in the play there. Just a little bit of boys having fun. As Zachary Slaybaugh will take the ozone draw from Millersville. He wins it quickly, but it's taken away by Neumann. Wilkinson and Slaybaugh chases down to pick up the loose change. Dunnigan is awaiting a clearance. Dunnigan backtracks. Good poke check at a guy Dunnigan that gets past him. Martin harasses his man back there. He's a scoring threat and a physical threat as well. Thor Martin, for being a freshman, he's got a lot of a good game there. I'm loving this freshman campaign from Thor Martin. Another thing I love out of Thor Martin is youth team, the Hamptons Roads Whalers. Love any team that brings those old Whalers jerseys back. I love those retro things. And just, I don't know. I think Thor Martin might be my favorite player this season. It was Dylan Schroeder last season, but I'm a big Thor Martin fan. Draw one by Neumann. Picked up by Thor Martin. Martin will take it himself. Center and pass. Tries to look for Slaybaugh. Not many passes are too fast for Slaybaugh, but that one was. We'll be heading right back where we came from. Icing on the Marauders. .1 left in our second period. And we'll have a six-side draw of Jackson Bell coming up. The Marauders do not want to give up a goal. I mean, they never do, but especially not now. Quick clearance attempt, broken up by Neumann. They have an opportunity. Man goes down wide of Bell. Millersville collects behind the net. Neumann works it out to Couture on the point. They like that play, but a little too much on it for Alex Couture. As if they can't get anything going, that will be it for the second period. Weak pass from Kevin Toy. Won't get Neumann back up the ice, and that'll do it for another action-packed second period, maybe even more action-packed than the first. And if you're even thinking of going to bed or going anywhere, don't go, as we got a little more action after the whistle. The action is not contained to regulation in this game. Both these teams get real chippy so far. As hopefully nothing will happen to these guys. We'll just call it some blowing off some steam and head to the locker room. Hopefully no penalties will be assessed in our downtime here. But regardless of what happened, the Marauders are down 33-22 in the shots, but they lead where it matters 4-3. And if you love the first two periods of this game like me, you're going to want to stick around for the third. Coming up in about 10 or 15 minutes. Don't be going anywhere. We'll be coming back here from the Iceworks Skating Complex in Ashton.